Good evening, YouTubers. Welcome back into another week of Astros Recap PostSeason Edition. It is very late. In fact, it's 12:55 a.m., October the 12th, 2019. So, if you want to be technical, it's actually early Saturday morning, and I'll take you into the 1 o'clock hour, of course. But this will be a short, very short podcast talking about one game and setting you up for the next series. So there's a little foreshadowing for you. But the Astros did pick up the game, or they won Game 5, so they're moving on, thankfully, to the ALCS to play the Yankees, starting later today, I guess. But, so to take you through Game 5, if you remember me from just 2 days ago, I think that's right, yeah. Talked about, feeling pretty good about Game 5, being at home, Garrett Cole. Things set up perfectly, and that worked right into our hands. They came out with a bang. Yep, Cole came out. I think he walked G-Man Choi after getting 2 quick outs, but that was it. So it's a quick inning. Important for us to get out to a good start, which we did. In fact, our first 4 hitters reached base. I believe Springer led off with a single. There was a single the other way by Brantley that got Springer to third. So his first third, nobody out. And then you had Altuve, who hit a single the other way as well. That made it first and third, scored a run. And then Bregman hit a double into the right center field gap, scored 2 more. And Yuli Gurriel drove in Bregman with a single. So they put up a 4 spot in the first. A lot of talk about Tyler Glasnow, tipping his pitches, which was pretty clear as day when they showed the replays. He doesn't pitch from the windup. He pitches from the stretch. And when he come together and to his set position, if he's set up with his glove in his hands basically at or above the letters of the jersey, that was basically saying it was going to be a fastball. And if he set it lower than that, that was basically saying it was going to be a breaking ball or a curveball. So I don't know who actually caught on to that, but that was caught on to early there in the first, or maybe even they noticed it last start. Not exactly sure, but we got the message around, and so the Astros, it was pretty clear. Even Glasnow after the game said, yeah, it was pretty obvious. But anyway, that's part of, taking advantage of mistakes from other teams. Good teams do that. So anyway, scoring 4 runs made things a little bit easier for Cole as the game went on. He did give up a home run to Eric Sogard following our 4-run outburst in the first. But it stayed at 4-1 for the majority of the game. Garrett Cole was fantastic. In fact, he got through 8 innings, so he also kept his pitch count at a reasonable amount. I think he threw 107-ish pitches when that finished the 8th there. Something that was a little disappointing is we weren't able to attack on, to make things even easier. But having that 3-run lead was better than a 1 or 2-run lead, obviously. So that was good. And then Osuna closed out the 9th, no trouble whatsoever there. So, and they actually did tack on 2 runs. They had home runs, back-to-back, Brantley and Altuve. Or I think Altuve's mixed in there. So, but Brantley and Altuve both hit home runs to make it 6-1. That was the finals. So. A sigh of relief, I'd say, more than anything, to move on there. I felt good. When the team's at home, I feel good. So, and now you move on and you're playing the Yankees and you'll have the first 2 at home. Now, we can't set up our pitchers necessarily the way we would like to, but I still feel good. The team's at home, I'm going to feel good. We're going to have to score runs regardless because the Yankees have hitters. And, I think we have them beat. I think anybody would agree when it comes to starting pitchers. They have us beat bullpen. And I think the offenses are basically a wash. Could go either way. So, but yeah, if we're at home, I feel good. We're incredible at Minute Maid Park. 63-21, I think, is where we're at now, adding in those playoff games. So, but yeah, I think this whole Rays series, now that it's over, it's more of just a sigh of relief. In fact, it almost feels better to me. I can only speak for myself here, but starting a series over again. I don't know what it was with that 5-game set. It just seemed not good. I don't know. It sort of feels like we escaped, so to speak. But yeah, so I just, we moved on, so that's all good. But I'm just happy we're starting over, basically. It feels like we're starting over. So anyway, but it's one step closer to the ultimate goal. So, I'm just glad it's over. The Rays just, they gave us all we can handle almost. Charlie Morton actually didn't appear. So, Glasnow went like 2 innings, and then they bullpenned and pieced together the rest of the game. But, yeah, I was surprised to not see Morton come in the game at all. But we won. So, that's what's important as I set up this next series. With the Yankees, of course, we'll play 2 at home. Go on the road for 3, come back home for 2 if it goes all 7. So it goes 2-3-2. We'll have Greinke starting tomorrow or later tonight, whichever way you want to look at it. But they'll have Masahiro Tanaka, so that'll be the starting matchup for Game 1. And then it'll be Justin Verlander and James Paxton for Game 2. And then Game 3 will be Garrett Cole against Luis Severino. So I can set up your first 3 starting pitching matchups for this series. They haven't announced anything after that. So, yes, that's what it'll look like. Like our chances at home. I could give you a prediction. I'm not even really, I kind of want to say the Astros in 6. But I almost feel like they're going to split at home. And if they split at home, for them to win in 6, that would mean we'd have to go to New York and win 2 of 3, which just seems that's tough. It can be done, but you're going to be using most likely your Urquidy in one start, and Greinke's going to get Game 5 probably on the road, and those are 2 matchups that will not favor us. We have the edge when it comes to starting pitching. That's the biggest edge we have. But when you're starting people like Urquidy and Greinke, I do not have faith in either one of those people. But I have even less faith in Wade Miley. So, yeah, that's how things set up. Be pumped tomorrow. So I go to bed here in a little bit. Like it's after 1 o'clock now. So, but yes. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really talk about. There will be a roster change. Thought about this. They usually will add a pitcher and then take one of your position players away. This being a longer 7-game series, the pitching is a little bit more important. So this has not been announced quite yet, but I think Brad Peacock will be the guy. Can provide more relief and pitch multiple innings if need be. So that would be my guess. They'd bring Peacock up and then send down Kyle Tucker. And they'll keep Marisnick and Straw. And, of course, Aledmys Diaz, who I don't think we saw once in the divisional round. But so, yeah, that'll be my guess. And I'll sort of start my next podcast, how I end this one with the roster update, because just to get you sort of set up. But so I just wanted to wrap up Game 5 there and give you a short little preview. I'm not even at 10 minutes, but like I said, I'm going to wrap things up. So once again, your postseason edition of Astros Recap. I will be back talking to you most likely Monday, which will be the next off day. So Games 1 and 2 will be wrapped up. Go ahead and do all that good stuff on YouTube as I mention every week. Share this with your friends. Leave comments. Like it. All that good stuff. But yeah. Very short podcast, so give it a listen. Tell your friends about it. Continue to get that word out there. But I'll wrap things up there. Talk to you on Monday, and we'll see you then.